Alright, welcome back everyone to Police Simulator. We're back here again today in Brighton City, and today we're going to be talking about the new Highway Patrol expansion update that's going to be coming out this summer. And we are going to be doing a patrol later on the episode, but I did want to go over all the new stuff that's going to be added to the game in case you guys didn't hear about this update that released last week. So let's jump on into it. Okay, first and foremost, let's get into, obviously, how much is this going to cost, because this is not an update that's going to be free. Now, don't get me wrong, some parts of it will be, but the majority of this, the meat and potatoes of this update, is going to be a DLC. So as you guys know, in the past updates, like the first aid update, the crime scene update, stuff like that, it's been free, but it's come with some type of DLC, such as a vehicle, because this is obviously a company, they have to make money in order to make these type of updates for you guys. So this is a big one, so it's going to cost a lot more than like $2 or $3 that you would have for like a regular vehicle or something. So let's get into exactly how much is it going to cost. So if you already own the game, it's obviously, like we talked about, it's going to release in the summer of this year for PC, PS5, PS4, all the Xboxes for the price of $20. So it's, like I said, that's if you own the game already. Now let's talk about if you don't own the game. So what they're going to do for the rookie officers, they're going to release what's called a gold edition at the same time that this update launches. That update, or excuse me, that gold edition will include both the main game plus the Highway Patrol expansion and the garage bundle. So you'll get all the vehicles that have been released up to the point of this update. So just to recap on that, $20 if you already have the game, $40 if you don't have the game. Speaking of vehicles, the Highway Patrol expansion is also going to include two new vehicles, the Endurance Police vehicle here on the left and the Interstate Police vehicle on the right. And might I say, this car on the right looks freaking awesome, guys. Now I know it looks more like a throwback car and it's not really fitting into all the other cars that they've added, but I mean, you gotta think, this looks pretty sick, man, and for a throwback car, I love it. So I think this really opens the door for future updates with the type of patrol and highway patrol type of cars. So if you think about it, I know they've added a feature for at least the PC players where they can add mods and stuff for skins in the garage. But I think, and again, let me just say this isn't a part of the update, this is just me talking here. I think they should be able to add down the road highway patrol skins for all the other cars. And I think that would be a good way to do it because they already have a scheme for this, and honestly it'd probably be a good way for them to make some more money and make some better updates in the future. So, you know, Police Simulator, if you take that from me, you know, I'll take my 10% later. But anyway, nonetheless, yes, they are bringing in these two new cars. You don't have to pay for them. At least they didn't say that you had to pay for them extra. It should be included in the update when that comes out. But yeah, the Interstate Police vehicle on the right and then the Endurance Police vehicle there on the left. With this update, guys, the map is getting bigger, and in the developers' words, bigger than ever before. So, with the Highway Patrol expansion, as the name of the expansion so discreetly suggests, you'll finally be able to leave the inner cities of Brighton that we're so used to, and scroll on to the vast highway that surrounds the entirety of Brighton, and explore the wider state of Franklin, which is awesome. So they've added interstates, and obviously with interstates you'll have all the stuff that you would expect with an interstate, like entrances, exit ramps, overpasses, all the interchanges. Basically, like I said, everything that you would expect with an interstate. But not just the interstates, guys. Obviously we're going to have more precincts because it's a bigger map. And, you know, on the highways you'll have gas stations, motels, rest areas, way stations, and, you know, with way stations it kind of goes hand in hand with the Highway Patrol because that's something that they would manage. And it's awesome. This is a big update. I told you guys, it's probably one of the biggest updates yet. And it's really all up to the developers. If they mess this up and it has a lot of glitches, I'm telling you, it's not going to be good. But I'm telling you guys, if they nail this and they do a good job, it's going to be awesome, and I can't wait. So with a bigger map and the new highways that surround Brighton, the developers have brought on some more callouts. And guys, this is a big one. This is one that you guys have been waiting for probably years, probably since the game release. Like, why wasn't this added to begin with? But it's being added now, and it's car chases. I cannot wait for this, guys. They finally added vehicle pursuits to this, and with the vehicle pursuits they've also added, you know, roadblocks that you can add, executing pit maneuvers. You can utilize the new spike strips. They've added those as well. So lots of new features along with this new call out for vehicle pursuits. Not just vehicle pursuits though, we also have car theft, so Grand Theft Auto, which I actually have already seen in some of my past videos. So I don't know if that was like an update that was released a little early by accident, But just with that, just from what I've seen, it looks pretty sick. So I think that that's going to be a good element to go along with the car chases as well. But not only just car chases and car thefts, we also have the highway also introduces other new dangers for accidents. So you guys see in the picture there, the truck's on fire. So we're going to be responsible for putting out that fire. And how are you going to do that? Well, with the fire extinguisher. So they've added a new tool, and you'll have to put out fires with the fire extinguisher. And you can see there in the picture that there's a lot of debris everywhere. So they've kind of upgraded that a little bit. They've added more debris, so probably more pictures, and it's going to be a lot more in depth of a crash, which is awesome. And honestly, you'll probably have to deal with a lot more traffic, which in my mind kind of scares me a little bit, because sometimes the traffic just in the city is chaotic. I cannot imagine the backup of traffic on the highway. So that's just some more stuff that we'll have to think about with this update. It's a lot more realistic. So lots of things coming, guys. I mean, car chases, you know, car thefts, pit maneuvers, crashes, and upgrades with fires. I mean, this is big. This is awesome. So earlier we talked about the way stations being a part of the new map and one of the new locations that you can visit. So with this, in the way stations, it's not just something that you can visually see, it's not just cosmetic, you can actually interact with these way stations, and it's a call out. And as you guys know, you have to investigate if the trucks are still within the legal limits, and after all, there's only so much a truck is allowed to transport as well. So in addition to that, you know, papers must be inspected, you know, you make sure the truck is checked for potential illegal items, and making sure that they're just overall transporting stuff legally. So that's pretty freaking awesome. I love this. But along with the highway, several drivers will require your assistance. So you'll have broken down cars, and you'll have to provide roadside assistance for them, which is pretty cool if you think about it. It's a small little add to the game, but I think it adds a lot. It's the small things that matter. That's what I always say about this game, and this is really small, but it does add a lot. So if you have anybody that's on the side of the road, you're able to go out there and help them out. So overall, the way station, broke down cars, and honestly, if you think about it, we already have DUIs in the game too. So if you add DUIs into all this onto the interstate, and having a DUI driver with, you know, a truck full of cargo, it could get pretty nasty, I'm just saying. So definitely a really good ad for the game. So that was pretty much the meat and potatoes of the update. That's pretty much all of it in a nutshell. However, there is a few extra things that they've added. So if you don't want to buy the update, maybe you don't want to pay the $20 for the expansion of the Highway Patrol vehicles and the map and everything. So you're wondering, okay, well, if I don't want to buy this, what am I going to get out of it? They did introduce a bunch of free features and improvements that can be enjoyed by everybody, and you don't have to own the update, so you don't have to buy the DLC for this stuff. So in preparation for the Highway Patrol expansion, what the developers are doing, they're overhauling the entire MPV lane switching behavior and letting the AI react smarter to your moves. And in addition to that, the car physics and damage models will also be greatly improved, while new MPV designs have been added. And honestly, I've already seen some of this being added into the game already. I've seen some of it with the first 8 update. If you guys haven't seen the past couple episodes, definitely go check those out, because you see a lot of the models changing. Not necessarily car models, I'm talking about like the damage and how the doors react, because sometimes I'll see like the doors swinging around because the doors are open. And I've already seen where you can do pit maneuvers. Not necessarily if you're in a chase, they don't have chases yet, but sometimes I've crashed in the cars accidentally and the cars will move different, and you can continue to hit them. Before, if you hit them after they're already crashed, it's like hitting a brick wall and they're not going to move. If you hit them now, they actually do move around a lot, which is kind of cool, so that you can kind of see already some of the updates that they're adding to it. But it's not just new features and improvements and bug fixes for you guys. They're also going to be adding within the city of Brighton, not into the interstate or anything like that. This is just within the city. Everyone will also be able to experience car napping, so NPCs can steal a car and drive away, which, should you observe that, might require you to pit them. So, you know, you'll still have the pit feature, you'll still have car napping, which we've already seen some of that in some of the recent updates anyway. So some of these features you will have. I think it's more or less the new vehicles you won't have, and really the new areas you won't have. So you won't have the interstate if you don't buy this. Unfortunately, you won't also have obviously the bigger map, you won't have the way stations, stuff like that. So the meat and potatoes of it you won't get in the update if you don't buy it. But if you don't buy it, you will get some features, so they're not leaving you guys out completely. But again, $20 if you want the update, $40 if you're buying it brand new. So that is the update in a nutshell, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it informative. I'll leave a link in the description to the Police Simulator Patrol Officer Steam page where they have all the updates. That way you guys can go and check it out for yourselves. It's got everything listed out. Basically everything I went through today, it's all listed there. So you guys can go and check that out for yourself. It should be the first link in the description. That way you guys can see that. And I hope you guys are looking forward to this as much as I am, because this is going to be a really good update. Definitely leave a comment if you guys are excited. Let us know any concerns you have, because obviously there always are concerns with this game and what glitches it may bring up. So obviously, you know, that's a concern as well. But overall, I think it's going to be a really good update. I'm really excited for it. Hopefully you guys are as well. As it gets closer to the summertime of 2024, I'm sure they'll be giving us a more dead release date, because right now all they've said is coming out in the summer of 2024. So I'm sure they'll give us a release date. Once they do, I'll let you guys know. Definitely hit the subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes of this and future updates. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into our patrol tonight.
Support required. Any officers available?
Copy that. I'll take care of it.
Drug dealing. Looks like it's right up here in this little park too. Here we go. We found a park entrance now. That took way too long. I went all the way down the block to find this entrance and was here the whole time. Okay, let's look around and let's see if we can find some folks maybe doing some drug dealing. Got some people here just standing around. It literally could be anywhere in this area. It's not just confined to one area, so kind of have to do our due diligence, walk around, and see if there's anybody doing any type of deals here. So let's just keep an eye on her and let's see if she does anything weird. This lady gonna talk to her? Oh, there it is.
Patrol 4561. I'll deal with the accident.
Here we go. I'm pretty sure the lady on the right is the dealer, because she's been standing around here for a while. But you never know. Yep, okay, there it is. There's the Passover. Let's wait for the money to be transferred, and then that will constitute a deal. There's the cash. Done. Go arrest her. Oh, she's already running. I'm gonna get you, lady. Get her taser out. I'm feeling like she needs to ride the lightning today. I don't feel like throwing her in the gravel. Ready? Ride the lightning, bitch!
In the air!
Good night. Look at her flop on the ground. Keep your hands up.
Freeze!
Oh my god.
What are you doing, officer?
I didn't
Please
pull.
don't shoot me.
Well, maybe you shouldn't get in the crossfire, you knucklehead. God, the AI are so dumb on this game, man. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, let's throw her in handcuffs. Let's see. We had the narcotics. We'll go to dealing narcotics. And fleeing. We'll add that as well.
You're under arrest. I will now cuff you.
Wow, you could arrest me for all these reasons? I'm sorry.
Alright, let's go ahead and search her and make sure she is good to go here. Make sure she don't have any weapons. She'll probably have drugs on her, though. Let's be real.
Put your hands up slowly, please. I'm going to search
And I
you.
can't believe that guy walked out in front of me, man. I lost 10 CP points for that. Oh, good gracious. 3 switchblades and a bag of white powder. Are you crazy, lady? 3? 1 isn't enough? You gonna be like Freddy Krueger out here? Oh my gosh, okay. Well, let's go ahead and charge her for the drugs that she had on her, which I figured she'd have drugs on her. And we'll charge her for the switchblade.
You're being arrested for committing multiple crimes.
I know, I'm sorry. I didn't know there were so many.
Alright, dude. What the heck is wrong with you, man? Get out of here. I guess we can let him go.
You're good to go. Bye.
At least he stuck around because he was detained. The game thought I was detaining him. Another drug deal?
I'm on my way. You can count on me. Please
Escort.
stay calm so we can go to the
There's
police
another
precinct.
drug deal happening over here. Let's go see who one of your buddies are that's dealing drugs over here. I wonder if it's the same area. Oh, there it is. Let's see, is that it over there? Pretty sure that's a deal going on right there. I wonder if this arrestee will stay here. There it is. That's the drugs. So we're going for the lady in the orange. Just want to see if there's money passed over. There it is. Okay. Stay here. Let's call
I
transport.
need some backup here to take a suspect into custody.
Copy that. The nearest available unit will be sent to your current location.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Any officers available to
I've
transport
arrived.
others
Taking
to
Decline.
care of
the
another
nearest
issue with the
station.
suspect.
You're under arrest. Nope, 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 nope. You get to ride the lightning too. Alright, let's see. Can I see my arrestee over there? Okay, she's still standing over there. Yep, you stay. You stay put. You're under arrest for dealing narcotics and running, just like the other lady.
You're being arrested.
There are
Dude,
a
back
lot
to
of
back,
liability
man.
reasons. Are you sure you didn't make a mistake?
That is hilarious. Alright, let's make sure you don't have any weapons on you. You'll probably have drugs, I'd imagine.
Put your hands up slowly, please. I'm going to search you.
A pocket knife and a bag of white powder. Now, that's a knife you can have. Well, we won't charge her for that. It's just the switchblade she can't have. So let's go ahead and we'll
We have a
charge her
situation that
for
needs to be
the
taken care of.
possession
Is
of
anyone
the
available?
narcotics.
You're under arrest for committing numerous crimes.
Wow, you could arrest me for all these reasons? I'm sorry.
We'll go ahead and
I'll take
accept
care of
that minor accident. We'll call a transport for her.
I need some backup here to take a suspect into custody.
Understood. We're sending the closest transport to your location.
Awesome sauce. We got this officer right here taking that lady in. We'll wait here for this other officer. That way she can be transported as well. And then we'll head over to that accident and manage it and see what we can find there. Alright.
I've arrived at the scene.
Made it to the accident. Oh my god. The brakes. The brakes are horrible on this now. This truck does not want to stop. What the hell happened to this truck? Why is it damaged? I didn't hit anything. What happened to the trunk? My shit's smoking now. I didn't hit anything unless I did and didn't realize it. Jeez, man. That truck used to be really good, and the brakes are horrible on it now. I don't know what they did to it, but something's not right with that. Anyway, let's refill charges. And tools. Let's get our road barriers out. That way we can block off traffic here. Let's get those out. There we go. And let's see if it'll let me place them now. Lock aim. Perfect. Drop that there. And then I'm going to back my truck up here just to block off the other lane. Perfect. We'll jump out of here before I get knocked out with all the gases coming out of that car. And let's go ahead and start talking to some people, see what happened here. Talk to this lady first.
Can you tell me what you saw?
I don't understand what happened, officer.
Oh, well, you and everybody else. Let's see your ID.
Let me have a look at your ID and insurance card, please.
Sure, here you go, officer.
Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. Registration is invalid. Everything else looks good. She's just been given a bunch of verbal warning for speeding, failure to yield, ignoring a red light, all that stuff. Cool. Good stuff. Well, insurance is good. It's just her registration we need to worry about. So we will address that in a minute. First, let's go ahead and do some tests on her. Why did it do that? That was weird. There we go. Let's do some tests on her. We'll test her for alcohol and drugs.
All right. Let me just check to see if you're under the influence of alcohol.
Alright, good to go there. Let's go ahead and do a drug test.
I'll just need to take a sample to determine if you're under the influence of any illicit substances.
And good to go there as well. Perfect. Alright, well, let's go ahead and give her a ticket so I don't forget. Or, let's see, where was it? I think it's car, right? And then the registration, so the expired license plate.
You're being charged and ticketed for between $50 and $250 for driving a car with an expired license plate.
So much money for such a little infraction.
Alright, we'll go ahead and back out of that. We'll go talk to this gentleman over here and see what he has to say about this accident.
Tell me what you saw.
I'm still in shock. I need to get my head right.
Need to get your head right. Okay, let's see your ID, man.
Show me your license and car insurance, please.
Okay, officer. There you go.
Alrighty, ID is expired, insurance is invalid, doesn't have a gun permit, not really worried about that, but his ID and his insurance, those are two big ones, so we can't really let those go. Let's go ahead and give him a ticket for that.
I'm taking care of another issue at the moment.
Go to driver, expired ID, we'll give him a ticket for that, and then we'll give him a ticket for the insurance as well.
I found multiple violations and have to ticket you for them.
I know, I'm sorry. I didn't know there were so many.
Let's go ahead and make sure he's safe to drive as well.
Okay, let's just check if you're under the influence of alcohol.
Good there, perfect. Do a drug test as well.
I'm just collecting a sample to see if you've used any drugs while driving.
Alright, well everybody's good and nobody really wants to say what happened. I mean, that's kind of weird. So, alright, well, I guess we'll go ahead and take some pictures here. Let's see, is this car involved? I think this car's just parked here. I don't think that car is involved at all. So we'll just take a few pictures here. Try and get as much of this captured as possible. And I guess that'll be it, honestly. I think we can look at the plate and everything. So maybe that can up our progress bar a little bit if we look at the plate. Sometimes that does that. But otherwise, we just need to take pictures of everything. Make sure there's nothing like scattered about. Because here recently, you know, with the new update, it seems like they've added some more stuff to this. And like I said before, early on with the Highway Patrol expansion, they've already added some stuff, so you'll slowly see some of this stuff before. So I believe in the future we'll be able to pick up some of this stuff and clear out the road and the accident. So maybe they're already starting to introduce some of that stuff. Because some of the vehicle mechanics and physics and all that has already been enhanced and fixed a lot already. So we shall see. But let's keep going here. I want to try and get as many pictures as I can, because here lately it's been really finicky. And you can see that progress bar is nowhere close to being complete. I mean, maybe I could throw out road flares. I don't know if that would do anything for the progress bar. We can try, in case you guys are having trouble with this too. Maybe we can figure this out together. Get these road flares out. Let's see if we can do anything with these. Aha! See if this does anything for the progress bar. We'll just outline this completely. Try and get all of this to from blue to red, or from red to blue, I mean. Try and outline all of it if we can. Alright, well I've completely surrounded this thing with these flares and it hasn't done anything, so that don't work. That's okay. I think I've taken as much pictures as I can. Let me just double check, because I don't want to lose points I don't have to. Let's see, I think there's a picture right there on the front of the car. We just do one last scan here and make sure I'm not missing anything. There was a plate there on the ground I almost missed, so I want to forget that. On the front of the car there. If I can maybe get one or two more pictures. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now the report is extensive. So that will at least get us more points than what we had before. So let's just keep going. I think that's all the pictures we can get. I'm not really going to dwell on that too much. So let's go ahead and give this guy's accident report. We'll get him all out of here.
This is your accident report.
Okay. Thank you, officer.
Alright, have a good one, man.
We're done. You can leave now. Have a good day.
Might still have to tow off his truck, though. I don't know if he takes off. You gonna drive? You gonna walk? What you doing, man? Guess we'll give him a minute to make up his mind. Let's give this lady her accident report.
All right, here's your accident report.
Thank you so much, officer.
Alright, ready to go. Thank you so much.
We're done. You can leave now. Have a good day.
Alright. And nobody's going to move, so I'm just going to start towing.
I have a car here that needs towing. Please send a tow truck to my current location. Please send a tow truck to my current location.
Awesome. 2 tow trucks already here. Look at that.
In a couple of minutes.
Go ahead and move these barriers out of the way, if it'll let me, please, and thank you. It's not going to let me. Oh, there it goes. Alright, got one out of the way, so now that truck can go forward. And alright, let me go fix my patrol truck, because this thing is tore to crap for some reason. And then we'll jump back out on patrol, and we'll see what else we can find tonight.
There's a crime scene that just got called in. Please drive there and start.
Sure, why not? Let's go do a crime scene. Ain't done one of those in a minute. Alright, I think this is it, right up here on the left. Alrighty, let's go ahead and back her on up here. Turn my headlights on for one. I didn't have my headlights on at all there. Alright, let's go ahead and get our securing poles out. That way we can secure the scene here. And maybe, just maybe, nobody will just walk in my scene like they have in the past. Let's see, where is this going to be at? Okay, we'll go over here. Or one there, over the shopping cart. They really need to fix this here, though, with it attaching to every freaking thing. Put one there. And then we'll just continue out this way, I guess. Try and get as much as we can and try not to get it to attach to a million different things.
Scene appears to be an aggravated assault.
Aggravated assault. Well, I don't see anybody. I haven't even talked to anybody yet. Nobody looks injured. Nobody's here hurt. How have we determined that's an aggravated assault already? Quite weird, if you ask me. But we'll go with it. Alright, well now it's secured. Let's go ahead and get our evidence markers. That way we'll have those when we start looking for the evidence. Let's see, evidence markers. There we go. Okie doke. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people to talk to. This is a lot of people to talk to. I'm just going to skip through all this. You guys know how horrible the dialogue is. We'll get some information from them, and then we'll go into the meat and bones of this and start looking for some of this evidence.
Yes, I saw what happened.
Of course you did. But you ain't got nothing to say about it, though, do you? God, these people, man, they drive me insane.
Your ID, please.
Yep, I saw what happened, but I'm not going to tell you.
Here you go, officer.
Alright, ID's expired. Not really worried about that. We'll let him go.
Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Alright, well that is all the witnesses, and I even talked to this guy, and apparently he's not even a witness, but he's standing here, and I didn't realize it, and asked for his ID, so now I went from 90 CP to 85, so there's that, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get our camera out, or we're going to start looking for some evidence now. Looks like we already got one there, so we'll keep that in mind. Oh, saw something over here. Yep, we got a knife there, so that's 2. Sometimes there's some over here, and there is, so that's 3. Anything else maybe I'm missing? I like to get at least 4 because that's typically roughly the average amount that they give you. So we got 1 there, 1 there, and then we had the knife over here. That's 3. So let's go ahead and take a picture of all 3 of those and see if we get our progress bar full. 1, 2, this probably isn't going to do that. Nope. Okay, there is one more somewhere. Let's keep looking.
A few moments later.
I've legitimately looked around this whole area probably about 3 times now, and I can't find anything. I'm starting all the way over here on the left, working my way through, and it should highlight it on the map. Or not on the map, but on the camera, kind of like these do, right? And I'm not seeing anything. I just see the ones obviously I already took pictures of. I already took pictures of all those, so those are done. And I can't find anything else. There's literally nothing. And it's not going to do the reports because I don't have a full progress bar. So in the past, sometimes if you pull away, it will populate the information. But if you don't, it just disappears. Oh, okay, there it goes. Now it did. So it did work. Just took me a little bit. I had to drive a little farther away. So let's see. We've got the one in person. Imam is his name. Age 29, gray suit, blue pants. Armed is a no, but we're going to presume that he is. And we need to be looking in the area where he would be at. So I need to actually turn around here and go to the boatload area, which in fact was actually right around the area where the crime scene was. So let's go over here, see if we can find him. We're going to decline that, mark myself busy, and let's just look around and see if we can find this guy. Got this guy highlighted, maybe this is him. Does kind of look like him. I'm going to go have a chat with him here. Oh yeah, it looks exactly like him. Alright, how you doing, man? We're going to detain you, and the reason why we're detaining you tonight is, well, you match the description of somebody we're looking for in relation to a aggravated assault.
You're being detained because you fit the description.
What?
Let's go ahead and see your ID, man.
Let me see your ID, please.
Yes, of course, officer. Here you go.
God, why do you sound like that? This person has bruised hands, apparently. Okay. And he does have an open warrant. This is the gentleman we're looking for. He looks nervous. Well, rightfully so. We're going to go ahead and put you in handcuffs, man, because one, you have an open warrant. Two, you're wanted for the aggravated assault. And I believe that is it. Let me just double check, make sure I'm not missing anything. He did have invalid registration. Not really worried about that, though, so we'll go ahead and charge him for these two.
The reason why you're under arrest is because you have committed multiple felonies.
Okay, you handcuffed me. But is it really necessary to charge me for more?
Alright, well, let's go ahead and search him. Make sure you don't have any weapons or anything illegal on him.
I will proceed with the search. Please cooperate.
Switchblade. Alright. Well, we'll be charging you for that as well.
You're under arrest for carrying a switchblade with you.
No, don't. Please, officer.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and escort him. We'll take him in ourselves, because I believe we've gotten just as far as we can in this episode.
Get into the car, please.
Let's go ahead and head down to the precinct. Finally got this guy, thankfully. Yeah, let's go to the precinct and get this guy booked and processed, and we'll go from there.
Time to go to the cell.
Alright, let's get this guy inside, and this seems to be still glitched because it still has this arrow above his head, which is kind of weird, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and get him inside. We'll get him in the cell, get the handcuffs off of him, that way they can process him and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to the new update coming as well. Definitely, like I said earlier, leave a comment if you guys are excited and what you're excited about, what feature you're looking for the most. And yeah, find the one. I did find him.
Officer. That could have become a dangerous situation, but you handled it well.
That was weird. It finally just recognized that I got the guy. That is so weird. This game's got some bugs to fix. And again, like I said, leave comments on some things that you guys are looking forward to, but also leave comments on, maybe some things you're worried about as well, because again, there is a lot of glitches in this game, like we said, but they're doing their best. They're honestly making some pretty good updates to the game. And yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to it as much as I am. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.